Hello guys, welcome to the channel SAP Agile Learner. I hope that you have seen my previous videos. If not, please check the link in the video description or you can check the playlist as well. So now let's get started. So today we are going to learn about foreign key relationship in SAP ABAP data dictionary as well as foreign key table, check table, what are these, what are their role and the cardinality. So let's go to the SAP GUI and now we will be opening the SC11T code. So just enter it. So today we will be seeing the example of standard database table for the foreign key relationship thing. For example, just pass the table name here T005T and click on display. So if you see here, you will see there are multiple fields in the database table T005T, which is basically for country names. And here you will see there are primary key fields like Espiraz and land 1, language key, country key. So we will be talking about the foreign key relationship here. So if you want to check like whether foreign key relationship is defined or not, so you can just select the row here like primary key we are selecting, and then you can click on this button, foreign keys button. So once as soon as you click on this button, a pop-up will come like this. So here you will see like what is the check table name for this field and what is the check table field name, and then you will also see here the foreign key table name that we are selected just before opening this pop-up, and the similarly foreign key field name is there. So we will talk about this and what it is exactly. So the check table for the field SPRAS is T002 here, and the table that we saw in the we are seeing in the backend T005T is the foreign key table for this. So this is what like how foreign key relationship works. So in suppose you are creating any custom table as well, you can create the foreign key relationship as well there. So for example, you have some Z header table in the backend as well. So you must be having some primary key fields. So if you want to create some foreign key relationship, you similarly you will create the foreign key relationship between your custom header table and another table. So you have to just click on that primary key and click on this. Then at that time it will give you the this window as a blank. So you will be passing your check table name here and table field value here, and it will be automatically filled here because you are creating foreign key relationship for this. So if you want your foreign key relationship to work, you need to tick on this checkbox like check required. So if you tick on this, then the check will be applicable, otherwise not. So if the value not existing in the check table will trigger an error condition. Similarly, you are seeing here the cardinality thing, right? So cardinality describes a foreign key relationship as regards the number of possible dependent rows involved and referred rows, like rows of the check table. So there you're seeing that there is a cardinality in this field and then another is this field. So you can click on this F4 button here. It is showing like one meaning is the entry in check field must exist, and C entry in check field can exist. So similarly, if you click on this F4 button here, you will see another records here. Like each record in check table has any number of dependent records, and if you select C, each record in check table has maximum of one dependent record. And if you select N, then each record in check table has at least one dependent record, and if you select 1, then each record in check table has exactly one dependent record. So for the left side of the cardinality signifying the check table, if n equal to 1, then for each dependent row there is exactly one row in the check table. If n equal to c, then there can be rows in foreign key table that do not reference any row of the check table. And for right side of the cardinality signifying the foreign key table, if m equal to 1, then for each row in the check table there is exactly one dependent row that we saw. If m equal to c, then for each row in the check table there is at most one dependent row. If m equal to n, then for each row of the check table there is at least one dependent row. And if m equal to cn, then for each row of the check table there are any number of dependent row. So as soon as you click on and fill every data here, you can click on this copy button here. For example, here as of now it is showing closed, but when you will be creating a fresh new foreign key relationship, you will get to see the copy icon or green tick icon. So here the cardinality is this one is colon cn, and the foreign key relationship established somehow like this. So we will see how it will work in from the program perspective. So as of now, just close it and just open another session and go to SE38 transaction, and we will create one program here, like for example JTest foreign key relationship. Click on create, and now you can pass the check foreign key relationship you can mention, and just click on executable and just click on save and save it in a local object. So here we will be defining one selection screen here. For example, uh, selection screen begin of block B1, similarly selection screen and of block B1, and inside that we will be giving a select option here. You can even write it, and you can even do control space here, select option. Then you can provide the select option name as so underscore, you can mention anything, for example SPRS we are taking, and then you can give a reference of the data type. For example, in our case it is T005T, and then field name. You can do control space here if it's working. If it is not working, then you need to enter here manually, and for that to utilize here you need to pass this table name in the top like this, so that you can use it. Just click on save and check the consistency. It is no syntax error found. You can try to activate it as well. Click on enter, and let's see start of selection event here, and let's try to write down something in the selection screen. For example press, and we will be taking its low value. For example, whatever we enter on the screen, it should show on the output screen if it is successful. Just activate it, and just before that put a breakpoint here, and then now click on execute. So if you see here, you have one field like SPRS field here, and which is your language key. So if you see here, you will also see here the F4 functionality, because we are referring the standard one, which is already having some domain here. If you see, and domain is having some values in like value table is here, like, right? So T002 is works as a value table when you propose it as a foreign key relationship. So your check table works as a value table that you can also put it in your mind for a reference purpose. So if you go back here again, and if you just see how much values are there, it will show you like some kind of 44 entries are there. So here if you just enter any value, for example French we are using, so it will allow you, if you just execute it, it will allow you, because the French value is already in that T002 table due to the foreign key relationship. So if you just see here, just go to desktop 3, and the option that you pass there is French. So internally it is referring as a F. Really, you will see here as a structure format. So it will allow you, and it will show you in the output as well, like FR. But if you enter any wrong value here, for the purpose that we are using foreign key relationship is for that only. For example, I'm passing any value ZT. So ZT, I don't think it will be in your T002 table. So it will throw you error like this. language t not in system, because this value not exist in your check table here. If you just open again here t00, right, t02 it was, right? If you can just go again t002 and just open it here, you can pass, you can check even here as well, like whether there is any value related to zt. So you will not find any value. Just pass here as well to cross check. So you will get the same thing, language at not in system. So this is why the foreign key relationship comes into the picture. That is pretty useful when you develop any program, that you, and when you even provide any kind of fill on your selection screens, or be it your module pool program or anyone. So today we learned about check table, value table, and the foreign key relationship using some standard example and using a small report where we just created a selection screen field. So I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.